When the NFL releases its regular season schedule, fans immediately circle key matchups. But there's something different about the Chicago Bears Week 1 showdown this year, and not just because it's under the lights at Soldier Field. Just days ago, news broke that Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison, their highly productive number 2 target behind Justin Jefferson, is expected to serve a suspension to start the season. And that's no small matter for Chicago. Addison, a dynamic route runner and vertical threat, has been a consistent weapon since his college days at USC. But a DUI charge stemming from an incident last July has now become more than just an off-field distraction. According to multiple league insiders and Addison's own agent, the receiver entered a plea deal this week to avoid a full trial, opting instead for a lesser charge referred to as wet reckless. It's a term not often heard, but one that essentially confirms intoxicated driving in legal terms. While Addison may have avoided jail time, he hasn't dodged NFL consequences. The league takes violations of its substance abuse policy seriously, and for alcohol-related offenses involving a vehicle, the standard punishment is a minimum 3-game suspension without pay. Addison has now admitted guilt, and by doing so, he's all but guaranteed to miss the Monday night season opener against Chicago. That absence is monumental. Addison isn't just another guy in the rotation, he's a game breaker. Last season alone, he posted 875 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns, proving he's a legitimate second option that defenses must game plan for. With him off the field, the Vikings' offense becomes significantly more predictable, and that's a break the Bears can't afford to ignore. Let's be real, the NFL doesn't hand out many favors, especially to a team like the Bears, who are climbing their way back into contention. But this is a rare opportunity. The implications are huge. For a team trying to establish a new identity under center with Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick, every small edge matters. You're talking about a division rival losing a critical weapon on national television, a chance to start 1-0 and do it in front of the whole country. And this isn't just about Jordan Addison either. Let's talk about the bigger picture, because Addison's absence is just one piece of the puzzle. The Minnesota Vikings are entering the 2025 season with rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy at the helm, and the pressure couldn't be heavier on his shoulders. Think about this. His first career NFL game will be on the road, in prime time, at Soldier Field, against a fierce Bears front seven, without his second best receiver. That's a nightmare start for any rookie QB, especially one who missed an entire year due to a knee injury and is still adjusting to the pro game. The Vikings were already flirting with instability before this Addison news dropped. With Sam Darnold gone to Seattle, they've committed fully to McCarthy, a decision that might pay off long-term, but one that's incredibly risky early on, especially when his mechanics have reportedly been rebuilt from the ground up. You're asking a first-time starter, under the national spotlight, to shoulder the weight of expectations in a hostile environment with only one proven weapon in Justin Jefferson. That's not a recipe for success. That's a powder keg waiting for the first spark. Without Addison to stretch the field, Chicago's defense can zone in on Jefferson. Stack the box, force quick throws, disrupt timing, and suddenly the Vikings' offense becomes far easier to control. And remember, they don't exactly have a deep bench of reliable wideouts. Behind Jefferson, they're left with names like Jalen Naylor and rookie Ty Felton, neither of whom strike fear into a defense like Addison does. Let's be clear, this game was never going to be easy. The Vikings are still dangerous, still deep in some areas, and Kevin O'Connell knows how to get creative with his schemes. But for the Bears, this is the type of opening where good teams make statements. Want to be taken seriously? Want the rest of the NFL to see that Caleb Williams isn't just a prospect but a problem? Then take care of business in Week 1. Beat a division rival that's limping into the season. Show the world that Soldier Field isn't a place where rookies come to shine. It's where careers start with a rude awakening. Let's move on to the new news. By the way, if you love deep dives like this, take a moment and hit that subscribe button. This is your home for everything Chicago Bears, breaking news, insider analysis, and no-nonsense coverage of your team. Liking the video helps more fans find us, and turning on notifications means you'll never miss a moment. Join the Bears huddle. Let's build this together. Bear down. Now back to the news. Let's not ignore something else either. The Bears' schedule this year is brutal. Every win is gold. We're talking about one of the hardest schedules in the league, featuring games against the NFC East and AFC North, along with the usual division gauntlet of Green Bay, Detroit, and Minnesota. This isn't a season where you can afford to slip in the opener. In fact, if you're going to make a playoff run, it might start in week 1. Every team in the NFC North is dangerous. Green Bay has Jordan Love ascending. Detroit is a real contender now. And Minnesota, even with a rookie QB, still has Jefferson, still has Hawkinson, and still has a coach who knows how to scheme. So when you catch a break like this, you pounce. You don't overthink it. You don't play conservative. You go for the jugular. Let's flip it around now. This isn't just about the Vikings' problems. It's about what the Chicago Bears are ready to become. Caleb Williams isn't just walking into a favorable matchup, he's walking into a moment. The NFL loves a storyline, and nothing would make headlines like the #1 overall pick outdueling a division rival under the lights. It's poetic. It's TV gold. But most importantly, it's the spark this new-look Bears era needs. Forget last year. Forget the past decade. This isn't about rebuilding anymore. This is about establishing an identity. It's about putting the league on notice. And it starts with one statement win. Chicago's defense, anchored by stars like Montez Sweat, Tremaine Edmonds, Jalen Johnson, and Jaquan Brisker, is in the perfect position to feast. You're talking about a rookie quarterback, limited weaponry, a national spotlight, and a ferocious home crowd. This could get ugly fast. Here's how it plays out if the Bears do what they're capable of. Sweat and Gervin Dexter apply relentless pressure off the edge. McCarthy rushes throws. Jalen Johnson or Tariq Stevenson grabs a pick. The Vikings are forced to check down and go conservative. Chicago controls time of possession with a balanced attack. And on the other side, this is Caleb Williams' coming out party. He doesn't need to throw for 400 yards. He doesn't need to go viral. He just needs to lead. Run the offense. Make the smart throws. Hit DJ Moore in stride. Feed the run game. Show that this Bears offense has direction, balance, and swagger. Remember, this is a team that finished last season with hope. That hope turns into belief with a win over a division rival. Look, Jordan Addison's absence may only last 3 games. He'll be back, but you don't need to worry about that. Because in week 1, this is the Bears' moment. The table is set. The stars are aligned. The spotlight is bright. All you have to do now is eat. So here's the message to Chicago. Make it count. Don't play down to the opponent. Don't let McCarthy get comfortable. Don't let Jefferson single-handedly ruin the game. Clamp down. Strike early. Never let up. Because the truth is, if the Bears can't win this kind of game against a division rival starting a rookie QB and missing one of their best weapons, then it raises serious questions about where this team really is. But if they do win it and win it convincingly, this fan base will erupt. The national media will notice. And most importantly, the team will believe that this season could be different. The preseason noise doesn't matter. Training camp reports don't matter. What matters is the scoreboard on Monday night. Jordan Addison or not, this game is about the Bears. This game is about starting strong. This game is about making Soldier Field a fortress again. The 2025 season begins not just with a kickoff, but with a statement opportunity. Jordan Addison's suspension is real. JJ. McCarthy's inexperience is real. The home field advantage is real, but all that means nothing if the Chicago Bears don't show up ready to dominate. And for the first time in a long time, this team has the talent, the quarterback, and the coaching staff to make that happen. So here's the final message. The time for talk is over. The time for excuses is done. This is your moment, Chicago. Bear down. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the bell so you never miss another update on the team we all love. We'll be covering every step of this season, from training camp to the playoffs. Let's get that Week 1 win. Let's set the tone. Let's show the league that the monsters of the Midway are back.